Hello everyone and welcome to this Python for Automation testing series, and this is our 17th tutorial, and in this particular tutorial we will learn about Python lists in detail. So let's begin. In Python, the lists are basically mutable. They are mutable, which means that after creating a list we can change them. Okay. And basically, when we talk about the list, they are ordered collections of elements that can store items of different data types. So list can store different data types, and those data types can be integer, strings, float, and even the list. And when we talk about the list, these are one of the most versatile data structures in Python because they allow you to store and manipulate a sequence of the items. Now let's go to the Python here and let me create a new file and let's name it as Python list. And now let's start getting a list here. So let's create a list. So basically, if we write this thing in a large brackets, this is basically known as a empty list. Okay, and if you want to know the type here, simply go here, print type, and pass this variable here inside this one, Okay, now let's run this one. So you see that this is a list, but this is a empty list. Now let's add the items in this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is basically our integer based list. We can create the same for the strings. So if I go here and I say ABC equals 2, now let's create a string. So ABC comma DEF comma, then we have the third one here, we can say XYZ. Now if I go here and print this ABC, so it will print the complete list which contains the strings only. Okay, now as we know that the list can have a different data types, so let's create a list here which contains a different data types. Let me name this as a mix underscore list, and inside this we can store a different data type. This is an integer, then this is our string, and if I go here 3.67, this is a float value, and this is basically a boolean value. Okay, so this is a mixed list. It contains a different data types here. Now what we need to learn is that how we can access the list elements. So we can access the list element using the indexing here. So in Python uses a zero based indexing. So the first element is at the 0 index. So here this one is on the 0 index, and this testing funda is on the first, then second and third. Okay, now if we want to access these one, so simply I will say print mixed list, and I need to provide the index here. Okay, so I'm printing this one here. So let's run this one. You see that the one is printed. If I go here and change it to 1, now it will print a testing funda here. Also, what you can do is that you can do a negative indexing, which means that you can access the elements from the end of the list. Okay, so instead of this one, let me add something else, testing or Python. Okay, now if I need to access the Python which is basically on 0, 1, 2 or 3 index. Okay, so if I go here, the Python should be printed. Now if I do the negative indexing here, minus 1. In this case also, the Python should be printed because this is known as a negative indexing and we are accessing the elements from the end of the list. Okay. Now let's modify the list now. Okay. So we have a list on top. Let me copy these lines of code from here and paste it here. Okay. Now this is a list which contains numbers. Okay. And now what I'll do is that, let me remove this line of code from here. Okay. I'm modifying the list element now. I will say num and on index 2, so this is 0, 1 and 2. On the index 2 right now we have 3. Okay. And what I'll say, this value should be 10. And now if I print this list, so what we will get here? So we will get 1, 2, 10, 4 and 5. And if I copy this line of code and paste it here, you will see the difference. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, then 1, 2, 10, 4 and 5. Now how this is happening? Because we are printing before changing and this is after modifying. Okay, so that's why we are seeing the difference in the two lists here. Okay, now we have additional methods available in order to do some more work around the list. So for example, if I want to add elements to the list, okay, so what I can do is that I can use append, insert or extend. Okay, so this is a list and this is how we are changing it. Okay, let me remove this line of code from here. And now what I'll do is that using append, I can append one element at the end of the list. So append will do at the end of the list. Okay, so num dot, you see we have append here and I want to append 6 here. And let me copy this line of code from here and paste it here. Now let's run this one. So you see that in the second list we are getting 6 because of this append. Also, if we want to insert an element to a specific index, because append will do at the last of the list. Now if I want to add something in between, so I can do this using the insert, because insert is doing an element at a specific index. Okay, so what I will do, num dot insert. Okay, and I need to tell on which index and what value. Okay, so I will say on index 0, index 1, and the value I want is 25. Okay, and now if I copy this one and paste this one here, so you will see that on the index 1 we have a 25 value now. And also we have another method which is known as extend. Okay, it adds multiple elements to the end of the list. So append will do 1, insert will do on a particular index, and extend will add the multiple elements. Okay, so I will say num dot extend. Now I need to provide a multiple. So when we need to provide a multiple, so we need to use these brackets over here. Okay, so we say that 7, 8, 9, and now if I copy this one and paste it here, so you will see that the multiple values are being added at the end of the list here. So that's how you can add the elements to the list. Now if you want to remove the elements from the list, so how you can do this? So even we have, for removing, we have a different method. So first method is basically remove dot remove. So if I want to remove a value, for example, I want to remove a 25. Okay, so I will say remove 25 from the num, and Then we'll go here and paste it here. So you will see that the 25 has been removed from this particular list. So it removes the first occurrence of the specific element. What this method will do? This will remove the first occurrence of the specific element. Okay. And now we have another method called pop. Okay. Now this pop removes and returns the element at the specific index. So by default is the last element. Okay. So I will say here, let's see, I will say pop underscore element equals to num dot pop, and I'll say pop this 3 from here. Okay. And here print pop item. Okay, and then I will print this number so that we can see the difference over here. So let me run this one. So you see that I have popped the value which is on the index 3. Okay. Now we have another method which is known as clear. Now what this clear will do, it will remove all the elements from the list. Okay. So simply what I will say, num dot clear, num dot clear, and if I print num here, so you will see that it will remove everything from the list here. Now when we talk about the list, we can slice the list. So slicing means that we can retrieve a subset of a list by slicing. This is just like if you have a cake and you slice the cake so that you can distribute equal to the different members. So in this way you can slice the list and you can have a subset. You can retrieve a subset. So let me create one new list here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and now I need a subset. So what I'll do is that simply subset equals to, and here I need num1, and now which part needs to be sliced. Okay, so I will say 2:5. 2:5 means that I need a part after 2 and between 2 and 3. Between 2 and 5. So between 2 and 5 is basically 3, 4, 5 here. Okay, so if I go here and print this subset from here, and let me run this one. So you see that we get 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and we can do slicing with the step. Okay, so for example, first value, then skip second, then third value print, then skip fourth. So we can do so after slice after one value. So what we can do is that I will say step underscore slice, and I will say now, and we need to provide double colon and 2, and this will basically step slicing, and you will see the results here shortly. Let me copy and print this one and run this one. You see that 1, 1, then step, then 3, then step, then 5, then step, then 7, then step, and 9. So in case in the interviews, if you're being asked from a list to print the odd values, you can use this slicing as well. Okay, now when we talk about the list more, what we can do is that we can create a nested list here. So nested list means that we have a collection of the list. So I will say nested underscore list, and here, so inside this one we need to create a multiple list. So let me copy this one. So this is our first list, then comma, then we can have second list here, and let me paste it here, and then we can have one more here. So I'm copying this one and pasting it here. So you see that we have inside the list, we have a list. So we learned that when we are creating a list, the data type can list as well. So if I go back to my notepad, so we can have a different data types, even a list. So here in this particular example, we are having a list inside a list, which is also known as a nested list. Now let's look into some common methods in terms of the list. Okay, so if we talk about this particular num1, so on num1, if you want to find a length or the count of the items, so how can you do this? Basically print, and we have a method called length, and inside this one I need to paste this one. Okay, and if I run this one, so you see that this 9, so 9 is basically a length coming from here. Okay, and if we want to reverse this list, so what you need to do is that simply we have a method called reverse. So num1 dot, you see that we have a method called reverse. Now this will print a reverse of this. Okay, so go here and it says none actually. So why it's saying none here? Let me look into this one. So basically if we remove this from here, instead of directly using this into the print, just remove this one from here and here, just revert this one, and now print num1. Now this time it should reverse this one, and yes, so it's reversed the complete list here. So that's how you can use the list. So lists are, again, basically if I summarize this one, so lists are mutable, they can be changed, they can have a different data types, integers, strings, float, and even the list. And in this particular tutorial we have created the list of different types, mixed list. We have used append, insert, and extend to add the values. We use remove and pop and clear to remove the values. Then we use more method in terms of the list, which are length and reverse, to check the count and reverse the list. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you like our content, then do like, comment, share, and subscribe our channel. Once again, thank you so much, and see you in the next tutorial.